Folks at home, welcome to Tank Tuesday, and it is an exciting time for the BamaBass. You can see Bonnie sitting right there in her bed, but it is exciting because all of these fish in the 300-gallon aquarium are getting a new home, and their new home is sitting right here. Like we said in the last video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and putting all of this in the tank. The biggest unboxing I've ever done on my channel, not just one big package, two big package, three, no, that's Huggies, that's for the baby, that's a baby unboxing, that'll come later. But we got all of this is going to go inside of the aquarium, so we're going to be unboxing that here in just a little while. In case you're new to the channel, two largemouth bass, Bonnie and Clyde, and then we have a big mean bluegill named Sheriff, plus some other fish in our other tanks. Let's check them out real quick. Alright, and here's our other tanks, the 10-gallon crawfish and minnow tank down here, the 55-gallon tank with Moby front and center as always. Pleco's still out, working his way around. You can tell we've started to get some of our Java moss die right here on the wood here in the center, and that's because we changed our lighting schedule. You can see some of these other plants are still doing okay, but we tried to go down on our lighting schedule and only keep our lights on for 2 to 3 hours a day, and our plants have suffered. So we're going to go back to our original lighting schedule, get these things thriving again. But first, like we always do, time to feed Moby a minnow. Alright, I think today is a special day. With it being Easter weekend, we're going to feed Moby 2 minnows, and we're going to drop them in at the same time. Look at him wiggling that tail. He says, I love that idea. So we're going to drop 2 minnows in at the same time. He's gotten a lot longer, so I think he may can handle them. Let's see how he reacts to 2 minnows. Moby, I have no doubt you're going to go for both. Let's see. Got one. Oh, he's chasing it. 360. I don't think he can fit it in his mouth. He's letting it rest down there. Oh, he just crushed it. Look at him, he can't even fit it in his mouth. That is one vicious bass right there. Folks, if other largemouth bass had the tenacity that this little 4-inch bass has, they would be 10, 12, 14, 16 pounders. This guy will crush any minnow that comes in his area. Look at him, he's already got the second one almost digested. His belly is gonna be swole in a little while. Alright, well, Moby's still eating good. We're gonna drop some pellets in for the catfish. I know he's not gonna mess with them, let them get a good feeding. A lot of you guys mentioned in the last video, we dumped shad in this little 55-gallon aquarium so the catfish could come out and eat them, and Moby ate them before they could hit the bottom. Lots of good tips on dropping in catfish food through a cylinder, or basically like a tube that would go all the way to the bottom. That way it can get to the bottom before he can eat it. So we'll try that shad experiment here maybe in the next upcoming videos. When the catfish are out, guys, take a look at Moby. He is no longer a baby. My goodness, look at how much he's grown. He's way bigger than the catfish now. Man, that is unreal. He's no longer a baby bass. He's starting to become an adult. It's sad to see your babies grow up. Alright, one last thing to do before we unbox everything. Feed these fish. They're hungry. Let's drop them in some minnows here. Y'all ready to eat? Look at Sheriff. He said, I'm ready. Alright, here we go. Oh, we got them all caught up. Upside down. There we go. That lets you know it's topwater season right there, folks. Man, I can't wait to get out there with the frogs in the morning now. When you see them blow up like that, my goodness. Oh, we got one. Gosh, they are crushing it. Man, all 3 of them hitting surface activity. We warmed the water up just a little bit. It's probably 75 degrees now. We're trying to get Bonnie in that spawning mode. And you can tell even that little bit of change in temperature to get it up, that has got them blowing up on the surface. Man, that's got me wanting to do some frog fishing. Alright, now it's time to check in on Liz and the baby. Liz, how's it going?
It's going good.
Look at this little bundle of cuteness right here. Those chubby cheeks. She's a perfect baby. You couldn't ask for anything better. She sleeps good. She's dreaming about catching that first bass, aren't you? Good morning. You ready to watch Tank Tuesday? Precious. Folks, it is time for the unboxing. These packages traveled all the way across the Pacific Ocean, all in the name of making our pet bass and bluegill happier. It's time to break into them. I think I'm going to go for the big one first. Alright, this is what inside the box looks like. Everything is sectioned off, which should make it much easier to put into the tank. Alright, we got the first part unboxed, and it is looking good. Look at all the detail in there, the cracks, the colors. Makes it look so 3D. Even looks like we got some mold and things on the trees. That is extremely realistic looking. Could not be happier, and I know these fish are going to love it. Let's move on to the next box. Alright folks, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Tell me that that doesn't look like a shot out of an underwater pond here in Alabama. That is so realistic looking. Check out the rocks with all the different coloration. That's something that's really cool. These rocks are hollow, nothing inside. So something I'm thinking about doing is maybe carving out a little hole in the side for our crawfish to hang out in. Look at these wood pieces to give it that 3D look. And now that we've got that vertical wood, we're thinking about getting another pet. I'll let you guys comment down below what you think that pet may be. But I have to give a huge shout out to AquaDecor. They are sponsoring this, and their motto is only nature can copy us. And now that I've seen their work, I truly believe that. It is incredible. If you want to get a setup like this, we have a link down in the description below. Each of these pieces have their own serial number, and these are authentic pieces. If you want to order, make sure you click on the link below. Don't just go searching online, because I heard there's a lot of copycats out there, people that don't do the caliber work that you're seeing right here. So click on that link if you're interested in ordering something like this for your tank. Now it's time to see what all is involved in getting this thing installed in the tank. Alright, so we're going to be putting all this in an upcoming video, but right now it's a little bit too intensive to put it all in one video. So we're going to have to go out and get some containers to put our bass in. Look at them jockeying for position on the minnows. You know, it's feeding time. We're going to go get some containers, that way we can transport them. Hopefully we'll get to weigh them whenever we move them out of the tank, and that'll all be coming up in some videos here pretty soon. But now we're about to roll some subscriber tank clips that you all sent in to us. Alright, and the first clip comes from Stephen Shong, and it is him feeding his pet bass a crawfish. And our next clip comes from Luca, and he says, I love watching Tank Tuesday videos. This is a video of my pet bass eating a goldfish out of my hand. I have a YouTube channel named Fishing Fanatics. Y'all go check him out. And the next clip comes from Tom Jumanville. He says, hello, my name is Tom. I'm 13 years old. I love Tank Tuesday. You're my favorite YouTuber. This is a clip of me feeding my Oscar cichlid minnows. When are we going to see a video of Bonnie and Clyde eating mice? Well, hopefully it'll be sometime this summer, Tom. Next clip comes from Mike on the Fly. It says, I live in South Texas, and I've always wanted to go fishing for smallmouth. I've only seen them in videos, couldn't afford to go on a trip, so I decided to order one for my tank. Very food aggressive fish, reminds me of your small largemouth eating anything. That's a cool clip, Mike, and I'd be interested to know where you ordered that smallmouth from. Alright, and the next clip comes from James Sheffel. He says, this is my pet bass, and I have a YouTube channel called Bass, Bikes, Bows, and Bullets. Got a lot of vids of him. And since this is a longer video, we're going to answer a couple of questions. And the first question comes from Fish Taxi. He says, "Hey Bama, how long can I go without feeding my pet bluegill?" Well, I would try to feed them every day. Even if it's not a big meal, try to feed them at least once a day, and then you can kind of judge if they need to eat more or less based on their actions. The next question comes from MK Films. "What temperature do you keep your tank at when they're not showing spawn in action?" So I try to let it go as the seasons go. In the wintertime, we'll let it get down 67, 68 degrees. In the spring, around 72. In the summer, we'll let it get up to around 78 to 80 degrees. That's where bass really like it. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can join us every week as we show you these crazy fish. And we'll see you all next Tuesday.
Bonnie and Clyde were pretty looking people, but I can tell you people, they were the devil's children.